Hot Toys just released the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster from Thor Love and Thunder. Let's take a first look. All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, How You Figure. I'm Justin, and in today's video, like I said in the intro, we're going to be taking a look at that just released, the Mighty Thor figure, Jane Foster from Thor Love and Thunder. Let's jump right into it, and let me give you my thoughts. So here we go. We're talking about Thor Love and Thunder again. This is another Thor Love and Thunder character. This is the Mighty Thor. This is Jane Foster. Excited to talk about this figure because I'm just telling you right out of the gate, this first image, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. This is a really, really good picture here. This looks really, really good. This was a figure that was not on my radar of one that I have pre-ordered. It's one that I'm still unsure if I'm getting, but I'll be honest with you, I'm tempted just after seeing this photo right here. If you follow my channel, you know I'm not a big fan of Thor Love and Thunder. I'm just not. Just didn't do it for me. If you loved it, cool. I did not at all. But I will say that this figure, though, out of all the Thor Love and Thunder figures that have been released, and again, I don't think that's the strongest line personally. This is by far the best figure that they have released for Thor Love and Thunder. And we're going to be taking a look at it right here. So this image right here just looks really, really good. Let's go to the next one. Right there, boom. The head sculpt. The lips, just everything, the posability, the costume, it just looks really, really good. Like, this is a really, really solid release right here. I can already tell that I'm going to really kind of gush over this because I think this looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look. I'm not going to lie. This already looks really good. And the photos just keep getting better. This photo right here is the best one so far. This would honestly be kind of similar to how I would pose it if I was to pose it. You can kind of see the Mjolnir kind of broken up or whatever. I hope I'm saying that right. That's a tough one. Try to say that 5 times fast. I'm just gonna call it Thor's hammer, just so that way there's no you're saying it wrong, whatever. I did that one. I think it's right. Might have messed up a little, but we're just gonna move forward, and we're gonna call it Thor's hammer, or we're gonna just call it Thor hammer. Thor's hammer. Let's move on. This looks really, really good. The eyes look great. The arms look good. The costume looks good. The accessories look good. Let's just keep it rolling. Right here, again, I think that this looks solid. I personally think it looks better with the helmet on, personally. I'm getting, even though that I'm sure it's very similar to the same head sculpt that we got with the Padme, which I thought was very strong. I think Padme is a fantastic figure. If you want to catch that video, I'll link in the description below. But the thing that really stands out to me right here are the proportions, the costume. I love the cape right here, and the arms. The arms look really, really good. Of course, you got the hammer right there, and the head sculpt looks solid. Again, it's I see Natalie Portman in every angle so far, but this is where it's at for me. I think it looks really, really good here. I just think that for me personally, this is what I want to see. This is how I'd want to display it if I did end up getting this figure. And like I said, right now I don't have it pre-ordered. This is one that I'm kind of thinking about getting just because I think it's a unique piece. More than likely going to pass on it, even though I think it looks really, really good. I can just kind of say that right now. But by the end of it, I might have a different opinion. So follow me towards the end of the video to see my final thoughts on it. But I'm just telling you, this looks good, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel. Let me know in the comments if I'm overhyping it. I think it's just because I wasn't expecting much out of this figure, and I knew it was going to get released pretty soon. And so when they released it, I really wasn't too excited to even make the video because I just haven't been really enjoying the line. I didn't enjoy the movie. But I got to give credit where credit's due. They did a really good job with this one. These photos are really good. The eyes are really good here. Again, we're kind of seeing a lot of the versatility of the figure because we can have some different poses with the different lightning effects. I think that looks really cool too. And the helmet just looks really cool, man. It reminds me of old school Thor, where you had the wings on the helmet and stuff. I just love that, And again, man, this right here, even with the broken piece of the helmet here, just looks really good. It's one of those ones that if you feel, since I didn't like the movie, it's hard to think about having this in my display, because it'd be my only Thor Love and Thunder figure. But again, I'm not really sure if we get another one of these, man. So for me, it's I'm really contemplating it just because of that reason. And let's be honest, it just looks really, really good. I think they've done a really good job with Natalie Portman's head sculpt here. Again, even if it is a very similar one to the Padme, there's enough difference here with the lipstick and the and with the helmet on and stuff. And I just really think the eyes look good. Really cool picture, man. The blogger photos, sometimes, man, the blogger photos, it's hit or miss sometimes with Hot Toys, like who they get to do the blogger photos. And these are really talented photographers, but like sometimes it just doesn't fit the character. Whoever's doing these photos, man, has done a great job really showing off the good things of the figure. Again, even the hair, same issue I kind of had with the Thor hair. It's long hair. It looks really blocky. Again, I don't need it to be artisan, but it looks a little blocky at times. So same here with this. You know, mileage may vary on that. It doesn't bother me in the front. Usually it's in the back if there's like a big patch in the back. But this just looks really cool, this lightning effect here. I personally would probably keep it with just the hammer look. But again, right here, you can see it. Again, you see a lot of the similarities here with that head sculpt, obviously, from Padme. But with the hair and the lipstick and everything, I think, you know, for me, it's like, it's still a spot-on sculpt. I think this sculpt is really strong. I felt the same way about the Padme sculpt. And I just think that this is a very, very, very good-looking figure. And again, the more I'm looking at it, man, now I'm thinking, you know what? That's a really cool pose. That looks really good without the helmet. Like, now I'm wondering what I'm going to go with. Look at these. These photos are great, man. These photos are great. And this looks great. The eyes are just piercing here, man. This looks really good. Like, I have a tough time with first looks sometimes because I'm looking at this real time with you guys. Or, I mean, real time. By the time you're watching, like, this is my first time I'm seeing all the images. I usually see, like, the first 4 or whatever when they post it. But I try to save my first look so you're getting my honest reaction. And sometimes I just think it looks good, and I just say that over and over. I'm trying to be more, like, give you, like, more detail, you know? But I just think it looks good. And, to try to give you some more detail, I love the suit here. I love the suit. I think it looks really good. Where Thor's suit from Love and Thunder had just way too much going on. The colors, they were very bright and vivid, but it just didn't work for me. It just had way too much going on. This one is more understated and just looks really good, and the body proportions are fantastic. The arms are great. And again, man, it looks like the posability is pretty strong. That knee looks a little weird. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see more posability with the arms. You can kind of see what you're going to get with the arms, but those seamless arms right there, at least, again, they're not showing you this, you know, the wrist seam or the shoulder joint or anything like that. So they got that seamless bicep to forearm right there. Looks really good. Yeah, man. I mean, this figure is just, and there's that Gore figure, you know, and that's one that has some really good things going for it, but some of the things that I didn't like about it really stuck out. Whereas this figure right here just seems, you know, it's kind of like that all-star player that's on a team that doesn't make the playoffs, you know, like, yeah, you got a struggling team around you, but you're still putting up, you know, you're still putting up your numbers, you know, you're still putting up that great season. And that's how I feel like with this. I feel like this figure is going to be the figure of the line. I could see a lot of people picking this one up, even if they don't pick any up of the other line from Love and Thunder, because you're just seeing it right here, the strengths of this, not only the accessories, the suit or whatever, but I do think the eyes behind the helmet just looks really, really good. And we can kind of just, you know, I mean, every picture just kind of impresses me a little bit more, and I love that pose a lot. And again, even if you didn't love the movie like I did, you know, the comics, you know, play a role in this too. So to have a Mighty Thor, to have a Jane Foster, I think is really cool. And you know, you can see the whole line right here. And again, man, Valkyrie looks pretty good. I think that, you know, they did a good job with the head sculpt there for the most part. Thor looks good. It's just too much going on, you know. Gore, I just didn't do it for me. I thought there was just too many weaknesses on that. But again, just based on these 4 images, you can see, in my opinion at least, these actually look really good together. I will just say that. All 4 of these together look really good. But again, I haven't picked up any of the other ones. The Jane Foster would be the one I would pick up if I was going to pick up one. Here's Mighty Thor. A few more images here. Really solid photographs here. Even though I think that look is cool, man. I think the looks we've already seen with the full helmet, that looks really cool too, with Thor's arm in there. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, they have done a great job with these photos. And you know, that's what a blogger photo should do. It should let you, it should show off the best parts of the figure, and I think it has. And for my full and final, or not my full, I just gave you my full thoughts. For my final thoughts, let's go to the outro. All right, everyone, thank y'all so much for watching. My final thoughts on this release is this. This looks better than the prototype. I think that what I said in the, you know, you already know what my thoughts are if you've watched the video and you made it to this point. This is one that I am unsure about getting. I think I might wait to see if I can get it for a cheaper price down the line, but I personally think that this figure is worth getting right now. Like, if you have an opportunity to get it or you have it pre-ordered, keep that pre-order, you know, do what you want with your life. You know, I'm not trying to tell you how to live, but I'm just saying, for me, I think it's one that belongs in your collection if you're excited about this character. This release is really solid. I think Hot Toys did a really good job with this release. Again, Thor Love and Thunder just wasn't for me, but I can still appreciate some really good figures when I see it. And this is a really solid release based on these blogger images. Can't wait to see more in-hand reviews of this figure, and I just think it's really solid. Let me know what you think in the comments below, though. I want to hear what you have to say, what you think about this figure, what you think about this release, and if you are planning on picking this one up. Again, I will put more first look videos in the description below. I will link that, so make sure to go check this out. But before you leave and before the video's over, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a big thumbs up, that would really help my channel a lot. Also, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on my channel for more videos. I'm going to be uploading more consistently with some different reviews. I've even talked about some other, you know, maybe talking about some more horror figures, some NECA figures. So I'm going to be branching out into that stuff as well. So I hope to see you on the channel. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.